Mr. Jobs, you're a bright and influential man.
Here it comes.
It's sad and clear that on several counts you've discussed, you don't know what you're talking about. I would like, for example, for you to express in clear terms how, say, Java, in any of its incarnations, addresses the ideas embodied in OpenDoc. And when you're finished with that, perhaps you could tell us what you personally have been doing for the last 7 years.
The hardest thing is, how does that fit in to a cohesive, larger vision that's going to allow you to sell $8 billion, $10 billion of product a year? And one of the things I've always found is that you've got to start with the customer experience and work backwards to the technology. You can't start with the technology and try to figure out where you're going to try to sell it. And I've made this mistake probably more than anybody else in this room. And I've got the scar tissue to prove it. And I know that it's the case. And as we have tried to come up with a strategy and a vision for Apple, it started with what incredible benefits can we give to the customer? Where can we take the customer? Not starting with, let's sit down with the engineers and figure out what awesome technology we have, and then how are we going to market that? And I think that's the right path to take.
And I actually went to a Bitcoin conference in January 2012, 6.5 years ago, and Gavin, the lead developer of Bitcoin, was there, and only 11 other people other than myself, so 13 people in the room. And I was banging my fist on the table. I was like, guys, this technology is going to change the world. For the first time ever, we can guarantee the scarcity of a digital asset. But the go-to-market is totally messed up. Like, what consumer is ever going to use this? Because that's what we do. We build consumer apps. We get millions of consumers to actually use something. And but the technology, we just want to talk about the technology. And so I think most of the crypto industry, even to this day, has been going down the technology route. How can we make the technology better and faster? Whereas for the last 6 years, we've been going down the product route, the user experience route. I think Kin is very unique in that it's not a technology trying to find a product, it's a product trying to piece together the technology. And so whatever the fastest way we can do that is the way we can put together this ecosystem.
So you're a product maximalist, not a protocol.
I'm a consumer guy. Like, what do consumers want, right? I think like a big problem, and decentralize the world. Like, my mom's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I just want to use my app. But I think that's the problem. I want to finish. That's the problem with the way this industry thinks. It's all, if only we had faster transaction times, if only we had a better wallet, if only the go-to-market is wrong. If only we had a better go-to-market. And I think that's what we are focusing on with Kin. That's what Telegram is going to focus on. And that is what Facebook is going to focus on. And in there, we will find the massive opportunity.